What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including a wrestler punished for going off script, the truth behind AJ Styles' retirement, the situation gets worse for Jim Ross, Triple H gets called out, the real reason PLEs only have 5 matches, a former champion re-signs, as the Hardy Boys coming back to WWE, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Now let's see the intro and get straight into our first story. Now, our first story looks at a wrestler being punished for going off script. Now, our top story today looks at an incident on WWE programming last year, and how it appears that WWE legend John Cena landed in hot water after he went off script before a match. And before Crown Jewel and his acclaimed match versus AJ Styles, Cena would hand the ring announcer a special handwritten intro for AJ Styles. This was actually completely off script, and only Cena knew that this was going to happen. It's now surfaced thanks to AJ's appearance on The Undertaker's podcast that Cena got in trouble for going off script in this capacity. I'm stretching, and then I hear the definition of total non-stop action, and I was like, is he talking about me? You'll see me look over like, you son of a gun, you got me. And that was really cool. He got in trouble a little bit for that whole thing. I didn't know that Bullet Club was going to be in there. If you watch my reaction, I'm like, whoa, uh-oh, you know? So really cool for him to just make me feel like as big a superstar as he was. And this was such an iconic moment of 2025, and it's a surprise that someone backstage in WWE had an issue with it. It's also a surprise that Cena got in trouble for this act, especially during his final year in the company, as you would think that Cena was untouchable at this stage. It's unknown what name had an issue with it, but it's hard to see what specific part of the intro WWE management would have taken with, especially as the name Bullet Club is often referenced on television. This was the type of toxic behavior that was common in the Vince McMahon era in WWE. We all believed that WWE had moved forward, but clearly, certain elements and rules of that old era remain intact. Next up, the truth behind AJ Styles' retirement. Now, speaking of AJ Styles, 2026 is set to mark the final year of his incredible career. During his aforementioned appearance on The Undertaker's podcast, AJ revealed the truth behind his upcoming retirement, and according to the former WWE champion, retiring now allows him to retire on his own terms, and not because of injury. Here's the thing about retirement. It is the opportunity to go out of your way not because of injury, but standing on your own 2 feet, and the goal of working is to retire. And to be able to do that, to me, is a celebration. So I hope that when it does happen, you guys will celebrate with me that I achieved my goals. A little information is known when it comes to what WWE has planned for AJ's final run. He's currently in the midst of a feud with Gunther, and logic suggests that this acts as AJ's final feud in the company. AJ vs Gunther is set for Raw on Monday, and it's unlikely that AJ retires on a random episode of the Red Brand. There have been a ton of pictures from fans on social media relating to AJ's final run. One popular suggestion is that AJ and Gunther have a series of matches leading to his eventual retirement at WrestleMania in April. 2026 is set to be the year of big retirements in WWE, as joining AJ on his retirement is rumored to be Brock Lesnar and a returning Chris Jericho. Naturally, all of these names can't be given blockbuster 12-month runs like John Cena, however, it would certainly be appreciated if these legends were given the send-off they truly deserve. Next up, Tony Khan talks Chris Jericho. It's no secret that Chris Jericho is WWE bound. However, Jericho not appearing on Raw this week led to speculation that Jericho is yet to re-sign with the promotion. The speculation was furthered when it was revealed that Jericho was still listed as an active AEW roster member on AEW's website. Now, AEW President Tony Khan has been asked directly by Adrian Hernandez what on earth is happening when it comes to Jericho. Well, first of all, I'm really grateful whenever I talk about people who have been here from the very beginning and think about that first show in Las Vegas. None of this would be possible without Chris Jericho, who's been instrumental in AEW from the start. Khan, as he always does, puts over Jericho by stating that he loves him very much and he will always be a big part of AEW. I love Chris very much, and I would say that Chris is always a big part of AEW. This promotion is here to stay, and Chris Jericho is a huge part of our history. We're really proud of what we've been able to accomplish, and Chris is an instrumental part of that. This answer is interesting, as it appears that there is a genuine friendship between the two, and Khan doesn't likely want to reveal Jericho's WWE return, or is keeping the fact that Jericho is actually re-signed with the AEW under wraps. The former is the most likely option here, and as things stand, there are no reasons to believe that Jericho won't be back in WWE by WrestleMania. Next up, Triple H gets called out. Now, a new WrestleMania commercial has dropped, and in typical WWE fashion, they're once again over-relying on the usage of celebrity endorsements rather than their own talent. The commercial dropped via Triple H's X account yesterday, and it features numerous celebrities pitching their involvement in the upcoming spectacle. Fans have been highly critical of the ad on social media, as WWE are just utterly obsessed with using celebrities to promote the product. While celebrities have always been involved in pro wrestling, especially WrestleMania, WWE just pushes things way too far. Next up, it gets worse for Jim Ross. Devon Dudley posted another video to his YouTube channel yesterday, and in the video, Devon Dudley went into detail when it comes to the specific incidents which saw him suffer racism from Jim Ross. According to the WWE Hall of Famer, the first was at the old WWF New York restaurant in 1999. Devon claims that JR informed him that Bubba Ray is fitting in extremely well in WWE, but the jury was still out on Devon. JR was allegedly challenged on this, and when Bubba defended his tag partner, this is what JR had to say.
And JR says, again, the verdict's not out yet, but I'm still a little hesitant with Devon. And Bubba knew what he was getting at. So Bubba butts in and goes, you know something, JR? Regardless to what, Devon's a hard worker. He never gives this company any problems. We go in there and do our business, and that's it. Devon's a good guy. He takes care of his family. He does everything he's supposed to do as an individual. And JR continued to go, well, I get that. That's all good, but, it's just something about him. I'm not sure, and this and that. And I'm not saying anything, and I'm keeping quiet. And finally, that's when it comes out. He's black. I don't know. And that's my hiccup. I don't know how I could feel about that. And I started balling up my fist, and Bubba saw that. So Bubba grabbed me. And he goes, yeah, but you know what, JR? Black, white, purple, brown, it doesn't matter. He's a great individual. He's a good human being. Oh, no. I'm not saying that he's not. But I just don't know, because he's black, and I just don't know about that.
The other incident involved multiple witnesses, including Tommy Dreamer and Paul Heyman.
And I think JR just came in the catering. He just got out of the meeting. And he comes over. He says hello to everybody but me.
I remember you telling me this.
Yep. And Paul Heyman, I don't know if Paulie, you know Paul and how Paul is. Paul is just, because me and Paul had a great relationship. Paul Heyman basically discovered me, gave me my job in ECW, and made me who I am today. So Paul pretty much called him out. Says, what? You don't want to say nothing because he's... Why you don't want to say hello to Devon? What's wrong with Devon? What, because he's black? And JR went, you're damn right because he's black. You're damn right.
These are incredibly serious allegations, and it's a surprise that AEW haven't pulled JR indefinitely from his duties until an investigation is completed. Jim Ross would make his return to AEW television last night, and it's rather bizarre that he's being welcomed back with open arms. Next up, a former champion re-signs with WWE. That's official, former US champion Logan Paul has re-signed with WWE. Logan confirmed the news via his YouTube channel yesterday, and this new contract is notable, as it will see Logan work a full-time schedule, which likely means all Raw television tapings as well as all major WWE PLE. I actually just signed my official long-term contract with WWE seconds ago. Seconds ago we took espresso shots, so I'm officially a full-timer now. But regardless, we're locked in now. Like I said guys, I'm officially a full-timer. Your boy's gonna be working. I'm excited to get the year started. Logan is now a member of the Vision stable, and this wouldn't have likely have occurred if Logan wasn't planning on signing a new full-time contract. Next up, the real reason for format of WWE PLEs. One of the main criticisms of the modern era of WWE comes from the format of PLEs. Modern day PLEs usually have around 5 matches in total, and they're filled with commercials from WWE's respective partners, as well as WWE's own internal plugs. But we now have an answer why WWE is taking this approach, and it comes from WWE executive Bruce Pritchard. Speaking on his podcast, Pritchard states that WWE is taking a less is more approach. When you look at presentation and you put so many things on a 10-match card, at the end of the night, what do you remember? You're most likely going to remember the main event and the last match you saw. There may have been a big angle in the third match or a hell of a match that you've forgotten because you've seen so much, good, bad and indifferent. Pritchard would then add that TV rights are now just as valuable as PLE rights. Less is more, but sometimes you battle that demon of, oh my god, we need to get more people on this. We gotta get more people on. It's WrestleMania. You're doing television every single week. 5 hours of TV every week. Television is just as valuable as the PLEs now, with the rights fees and everything else. And this is no doubt going to lead to a ton of discourse online, as Pritchard is often called out for failing to acknowledge the complaints of the fans. Next up, the Hardy Boys returning to WWE. Matt Hardy appeared on Real Appreciation this week, and according to the former multi-time WWE Tag Team Champion, he's confident that the Hardy Boys will appear on the main roster show or even a PLE. It's very cool that this partnership is taking place. We were WWE Tag Team Champions in the 90s, in the 2000s, the 2010s, and now in the 2020s with the WWE NXT Tag Team titles, which is so cool. But I feel very confident that you're going to see the Hardy Boys show up on a main roster show, maybe a main roster pay-per-view, who knows. Hardy added that WWE is now unpredictable due to the TNA working relationship, and this is how pro wrestling thrives. Anything could happen now, and I think you're going to see WWE main roster talent come over to TNA when we're on AMC. I think it's a game changer, and I think it's going to make wrestling so much more fun and so much more unpredictable, and wrestling is at its best when it's unpredictable. And Matt has already pitched a match for WrestleMania, as when the Usos won the tag titles, he took to X to urge WWE to book a match between the Usos, the Hardy Boys, and the New Day. And finally, Andrade returns to AEW again. Now, our final story today looks at a major return on last night's AEW Dynamite. Andrade made yet another return to the company last night, and he will be a member of the Don Callis family moving forward. Andrade's AEW return has been a very rocky road to say the very least, as legal and contract battles forced Andrade's initial return to be cut short. Hopefully all these issues are settled so Andrade can proceed to have an uninterrupted run in the promotion. But there you have it folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.